All right, gang, check it out. As promised, we have Joe and Steve from Beyond Fallen, but they are also the organizers behind Metal Meltdown. Guys, how you doing tonight?
All right, man.
Pretty good, man.
Awesome, awesome. Now, second annual, so this thing is up and running, man. It's like a freight train. It's out of control, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. We put it together last year, and it just the response was fantastic. So we said, well, we definitely got to do this again next year, and see if we can keep the ball rolling and get bigger every year.
Cool. Well, Joe, at what point last year would you say you were making plans for this year, man? Like, let's do it again. At what point?
Pretty much when the last band got off the stage last time. I mean, everybody's asking. They're like, "You guys got to do this next year," and we packed everything up and got a good night's sleep, and then the next day, Steve and I were like, "Yep, well, we're gonna do this again." That was kind of the intent when we first got it going. We wanted to create something that we could do annually, and we were hoping that the first year wasn't a big flop. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been doing it the second year.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, everybody was asking for it, and there was a lot of enthusiasm. So this year is going to be even better because we've had all that time, of people that are aware of it already. So, bands, fans, everybody. So it was kind of the template was there,
Right. So I guess this is a question for both of you. Is like, what was the inspiration behind the Meltdown? What was, coming up with the idea? How'd you guys put it together?
We always talk about ideas for trying to put together a bigger show, but we see all these small fest type shows going on all over the place, and I just said, hey, maybe we should give something like this a try, and we just went with it from there. I booked 2 days, a Friday and a Saturday last May, and just started getting some bands together that were interested. And just from the amount of submissions I had last year, the amount of bands that were interested in playing, just it was crazy. And then the show came along, and it was just a lot of people, man. We had a good turnout both nights, and every band that was on the show got in front of people. So hell, it works the first time. Let's see what happens the second time.
Awesome. I guess the first thing, people, outside the metal community, these guys are putting on a fest. It's about the money, and I guess anybody who's anyone in the independent scene knows there's no money to be made. So it's not about the money. Would you guys say it's more of a labor of love, or?
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. We really wanted to get everybody together, kind of in the area, and then get bands that are in the area, and then bands that are out of the area, kind of introduce them to new people and have them be able to get in front of people and play. And we put in a lot of time and effort and things like that to pull this together. I mean, we kind of give the bands a tool, and say, well, we set this up now. Everybody just run with it, Tell your friends, bring them out. However much effort the bands put into it is how good it's going to go. And if we break even, hey, it's a great time.
Right.
That's the attitude. I mean, we're in a band, so we're not some middleman, that's trying to, be a shyster and,
right, trying to make a buck, right?
Or anything. Yeah. So, we're in one of the bands, so, we treat everybody fairly. A lot of bands come in, apply, and great bands don't get on the bill. We only have so many slots, and Steve will tell you it's difficult putting the thing together. You try to make a lineup that's going to keep people's attention all night, which last year we did. it was pretty cool that from the first band to the last band there were people, and there were people up front. And some bands unfortunately don't get shows that they get to play in front of people that often. And
Right.
This is a great opportunity. Like, no matter where you are on the bill, you are going to play in front of some people.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, and I was there both nights. And I can say personally that both nights were packed. I mean, it was a kick-ass event. So, but now you guys mentioned about bringing in bands regionally, outside NEPA, Jersey, New York. The one band I want to play, Meat Plow. These guys are great, man. These guys are great, and they've played a couple times in the area since then. What's your relationship with this band now?
I talk to Mike all the time on Facebook, and they're just cool guys. They're great guys to bring out. And, hey, you guys want to come up and play a show, and they're always down for it. And plus their music is really good, man. It kicks some ass.
Right.
It's like a stoner type groove sound. It's just I don't know. Hard to explain.
Right. Well, they get that southern. Yeah.
They definitely grab your attention when they get on stage. That's for sure.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. And and the cool thing about it is this is one of the bands that came in from outside of the area, and they're almost like one of the guys, part of the family now here in NEPA. They're a great band. They're great friends, and that's one thing I really liked about the Meltdown is the camaraderie, and even towards the bands outside the area.
Oh yeah, they came up here and played the Meltdown. And it's like when we started announcing that we're gonna start putting together this one and having bands back, I'm getting like bombarded by people that are you bringing Meat Plow back? Are you bringing Meat Plow back? Well, I guess I'm bringing Meat Plow back. But they're definitely a good band, and they're good guys, and that's what it's about. It's about a bunch of guys getting together and getting up there, kicking some ass, guys, girls, whatever. But it's the metal community is kind of like a extended family. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. When you come to a show like this, it's just let's have a good time.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, how about if I play a tune for Meat Plow right now, and then we'll come right back.
Sounds good.
All right,
Sounds
gang.
good, man.
Check it out. Meat Plow, One Time. We'll be right back with Joe and Steve.
My brain metal show on NepaMetalRadio.com.
All right, gang, we're back with Joe and Steve from Beyond Fallen, but they are also the organizers behind the Metal Meltdown, guys. How's it going?
All right, man.
Awesome, awesome. So the Metal Meltdown, May 8th, May 9th, Diane's Deli, 16 bands, 2 days, man. Now, did you guys decide early on that it had to be 2-day event, Joe?
I think it made sense. We were going to try that at first and see how it worked. We had no idea, 2 days we were going to be able to draw the crowd that we did. But it worked out good. So that's what we wanted to do. Whether it goes more days than that in the future, we don't know. We'd love to add more. It just depends on how many people come out. And I think we kind of had the idea from the start that we were going to do a Friday and Saturday. A 2-day, because there's so many bands that want to play something like this that it's hard to accommodate. You'd never be able to get it done in one night. So we got 16 bands this year, 8 each night, and it gives people a good dose of metal. I mean, we're starting starting at 7, I guess, going until close, and changeovers are quick. If you haven't been to the Meltdown, it's a real good scene. Very cool. Definitely something unique for the area that we're in here.
Oh yeah, I would say because there's nothing like this for the indie scene. I mean, this is it. This is the only fest for the indie scene in this area, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're we're pioneers.
Yeah.
Kind of the metal pioneers here in our area, because it's really. Something yearly, metal fest like this. It hasn't really been done, to my knowledge. But we're trying to make it work, and pulling. A lot of people are helping. I mean, from the bands, every one of the bands is helping. That's what it's all about. We were all going to say, hey, let's do this. Let's the bands get it together and do this.
Right.
Let's not get some. Let's not get some. Some guy who's just, he's going to come into town, take everybody's money, and run off. You know what I mean?
Right.
We want all the bands to be involved, and how it goes is how the bands run it. And if you bring people out and you do a lot to promote, it's going to pay off. The best way to not get asked back is to do nothing. So,
right.
but the bands have been real helpful. The bands have been absolutely awesome. Even the out-of-towners are trying to bring people, which is unheard of. So, so that's good. That's a good way to get asked back.
Oh, definitely. So now the location, was that picked on purpose at Diane's Deli?
Well, it was pretty much the biggest venue in the area. That I could see it working at. There's really, I think Bruise Brothers was open at the time in Luzerne, but the overhead to have that venue was just obnoxious. So I went, it's a hometown club, and Diane's a great lady, and I figured, well, what the hell, she could hold 250, 300 people there. So, I took the idea to her, and she was more than happy to do it.
Awesome. And geographically speaking, it's located right between the two cities, Scranton and Wilkes-Barre. So, I mean, it's almost like the perfect location for something like this.
Oh, yeah.
And you're attracting or drawing crowds from both cities.
That is the good part about it. Is it's pretty centrally located from just about anywhere in the area. It's not hard to get to. If you're in Scranton, you could come down 81. You could come up Main Ave. If you're in Wilkes-Barre, you could just shoot up River Road, and you run right into the place.
Right. I mean, it is
not
snagged down.
Not hard to find.
Right in the middle of the two towns, and another thing as we thought too was it's a good location, in the way that, it's 2 hours from New York, 2 hours from Philly too. So we're trying to spread out and bring bands from those areas, from the New York, New Jersey area, from the Philly area, from the York area, and try to get them coming up and bring in some of their people too. So, it's not exclusive to Experience Grand. There's people coming from all over the place.
Right. And I'm, looking at the lineup for both days, and it looks like it's almost an even split between the locals and the out of towners. So that's a pretty good mix up there.
Yeah, when I do the lineup, I try to keep it pretty balanced between the local bands and the out of town bands. We want the locals on the show to help the draw, and we want that way it's people are coming, and if they're here to see your band, they might catch another couple bands that they really like. There's something for everybody. I try to be a little strategic about the lineup, though. Just so it's interesting throughout the whole night.
Right. Because you couldn't have one night with all the out of towners because they might not draw the crowd. The locals will draw.
Right. Well, last year you saw last year on Friday night the local bands were heavy. It was there was a lot more locals on Friday and Saturday. And I wouldn't say it was lopsided, but there definitely was a bigger turnout on Friday than Saturday.
Right.
So I said going into this year, I have to even it up on both days with the area bands. There was, it just makes sense.
Right. And then you got a couple bands returning from last year: Earthmouth, Meet the Plow, Praise the Sinner, Threat Point, Beyond Fallen, Assayer, Prosody, Psychoprism. Yeah, wow. Psychoprism. Let's talk about these guys here. Unbelievable. I think they were the standout band last year. Would you say?
I mean, what could you say? I mean, they just the band is loaded. There's just so many good musicians in the band, and you got that many good musicians and a virtuoso guitarist that just people were standing there just staring at the guy when he was playing. They couldn't believe how good the guy really is, and he is. He's ridiculous.
Bill Vesser, man, unbelievable.
Yeah, he's scary good.
I tell that story a lot on the air that when they came on, that there was a group of guys standing in front of them, and most of those guys were guitarists from the other bands. Yeah.
It was crazy. It was I don't know. It was like a bunch of people looking at a new display at the museum.
Right. I went up to him afterwards, and I was like, oh man, that was unbelievable. And he said, well, I made a few mistakes. And I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, I wish I could make mistakes that well.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. I remember our first run-in with him was quite a few years back. We did a gig out at Dingbats in Jersey, and one of the bands on there, he was in one of the bands on there, and they started playing, and he went into the solo, and it was just like, I was like, oh my God, this guy is sickening.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe how good he was.
Yeah, I mean, and the bands that are on the lineup, and we can say this about every band that's on the lineup. I mean, everybody brings their own thing. Obviously, we have some new bands this year that are coming in that might be on a little bit earlier in the set, but still, I mean, they're going to play in front of people, and they're going to be able to, be like the repeat bands that are on this year, the bands that came out of nowhere last year and blew people away.
Right.
Who's going to be the ones this year?
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, that's what we're thinking. We're looking at, we got Prosper Parish coming up here from Philly, Dreadful Recognition. Shallow Ground had to cancel last year. The guy got sick, but they're good friends of ours. Tremendous band. Assayer's coming up again from Philly. They've been here a few times. They're building a fan base. were at the Typhon, of course. They're friends of ours. This is their first time on Meltdown. King Bison's an interesting new band. Of course, we talked about Meat Plow, Cycle Prism, and Earthmouth. Porosity just kills it. I mean, every time we play with these guys are getting more brutal every time.
They're amazing.
And then if we got first time Meltdown, we got Paved the Way, long-time Scranton hardcore metal guys, kick ass, one of the hardest bands in the area. Praise the Sinner's back, they kick ass. I mean, about Threat Point,
Yep.
they've been around a little bit now. And a couple of new guys, Imperium Mortis coming down from Connecticut, and Blood Eagle, an interesting band out of Wilkes-Barre that's coming in. So that rounds up the whole lineup right there. There's a lot of variety, a lot of different kinds of metal. This isn't just a death metal, isn't just a power metal fest. It's a fest that has a lot of variety and a lot of talent, and people, really should come out and check this out because there's a lot of talent here on this lineup.
Oh, yeah. Well, the next tune I want to play is from Assayer. How'd you guys come across this band?
I actually ran across them on Reverb Nation. I was just cruising around and checking out bands, and I was like, "Man, these guys they just crush." Really good, kind of like a mix up of some thrash and I don't know if you want to say maybe death metal, but they just they're another band that's just ridiculous. They real good, just catchy tunes, heavy,
Tight.
but
They're so tight.
I added the guitarist on Facebook, and then we started pushing the Meltdown, and yeah, they wanted to play, so yeah, come on up. And then we saw them live, and they're just as good live as they are on the recorded albums.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome. All right, gang. Well, check this out. This is Assayer with America the Beautiful. We'll be right back with Steve and Joe. All right, guys, we are back with Steve and Joe from Beyond Fallen, organizers behind the Metal Meltdown. Guys, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, pretty good.
Good. So, you guys got the tickets still available? Yes.
We stopped pre-sale about like April 24th. So, but you can still come, pay at the door.
Okay.
That's not a problem. There's
there's plenty of there's plenty left. Of course, first come, first serve. You don't want to wait till late in the evening to come down. You're better off getting there early and seeing all the bands. Because I can tell you right now, there's going to be a crowd from the first band to the last. So.
Oh yeah. So now
it's not like a bar night where nobody shows up till 10. Like when we have Meltdown, the people are there for the first band. People they get there, they want to see all the bands. This is an event that people want to, they want to see all the bands. So
right,
people get there early.
Right. Well,
that's what surprised me last year. I was starting early. I was thinking it's going to be an empty room for a while, but right off the bat, people were coming in. I think Friday night, Corners of Sanctuary kicked it off, and I think there was at least 40 people there for them.
Oh yeah.
Right out the gate,
right.
Then it just got better as the night went on.
Right, and the sun was still out. The sun was still out, and you had that kind of crowd already. So that was unbelievable.
Yeah, I think I don't remember what time we started. I think we started earlier last year on Friday. I think we started about 6:30.
We might have. I'm trying to remember now.
I still have the running orders.
I don't know. I can't remember what I had for breakfast, so.
But it was that was one of the things that impressed me the most. I was worried about starting that early. I was like, these guys are going to play, and there's not going to be anybody here. But we no sooner got there and got the PA set up, and people are coming in the door. So,
yeah.
You know what? Just hope for the same this year. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but
Right. So now, aside from each individual band having their merch, you guys have merch for the Meltdown itself?
Yeah, we have some T-shirts. That's about it. Nothing elaborate.
Yeah, we don't have too much right now. I mean, we have the shirts that are they're pretty cool. They got all the. This year, what we didn't have last year is this year we got all the bands on the back. Last year we weren't really sure how it was going to go. We were like, oh, is it going to be the bands cancel? We printed these shirts. What are we going to do? Nobody has canceled to this point, and which is good. And we can put all the band logos on the back, and they're really, really cool shirts. Nice to have. Everybody loved the ones last year, and this year are definitely a step up too.
Cool.
So hopefully we'll have those, and maybe as this thing grows, we can get even more stuff. But that's the main thing people ask for is T-shirts. People love them. Last year we sold out of all the T-shirts in the 2 days of the Meltdown. So, I would suggest anybody who wants a T-shirt who didn't pre-order them yet, get there early because they sold out last year, and I got a good feeling we're gonna sell out or come close to it this year.
Awesome. Awesome. Any thoughts on maybe like a compilation?
It would be nice to do, but this second year in, we haven't been able to do one yet. We wanted to do one the first year, but that didn't pan out. We didn't even get to it this year, but if when we decide what's going on for year 3, maybe by then we'd be able to finance that as well.
Awesome.
It would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be real cool. So now, again, 2 days, 16 bands, Diane's Deli right here in Pittston, PA, this Friday and Saturday, Metal Meltdown 2015. Unbelievable. I can't believe it's already been a year, that it went by so fast. And people are still talking about last year's Meltdown.
Well, that's always a good thing when you leave people talking. But it did. I can't get over the fact that it's been a year and it's time to go again.
Yeah.
It just goes by quick, man. You start planning the thing, and next thing you know, the show's on top of you.
Right. Now, I've interviewed some of the out-of-area bands from last year's Meltdown, and they all say the same thing. Like the scene we have here is unbelievable. The metal scene itself, the brotherhood, the camaraderie, they almost don't find this anywhere else. What do you guys think about that?
We have a healthy scene here in the area. It's not, every night's not a packed house, but people do come out pretty consistently. We're not, we're not in this to piss anybody off. That's we like making new friends and meeting new bands and getting networking and trying to play different areas and things. So it's always cool to bring bands in from out of the area. Because hey, shit, you hook up a couple gigs someplace else. That's always a good thing,
Right. Well, now, because aside from bands returning to this area throughout the year, you guys have played out. Well, you just got back from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Wow. How was that?
And so
it was great. It was great. We're still trying to recover, but we got on a fest out there, the Ragnarok Metal Apocalypse, and we got asked to play, and we're like, we'll go to Chicago and play this fest, and it was it was definitely a good move. It was a great show, great festival, and those are the types of things with us playing the WAM Fest in Ohio and playing the HOA in Germany. We kind of saw how those festivals run things and used it for our own on a small level, but we kind of saw how things are done, and we want to run things smooth and and present to the fans something that's really really cool. So it's inspiring to go see other people put on fests that are maybe a little bigger than ours that are successful, and you kind of see what they do and you use that kind of as a blueprint. But, we had a great time.
Awesome.
Chicago's a great town, and it was a great metal turnout right downtown. For the fest, and it was it was a great time. It was definitely a good move. At this point in our career, I don't think we're going to get in a van and drive around for 6 months around the country playing empty rooms, but I think we've done a pretty good job of selecting some really good festivals and shows that can get us in front of some people and travel. We got to fly or whatever, but it definitely helps us network and get in front of people, and that's important for bands.
Right. So now, as I've been mentioning, and I'm sure the locals know, you guys are members of Beyond Fallen. So what's going on with Beyond Fallen, man? What aside from the Chicago gig, what do you guys got going on?
Working on a new CD. We're pretty much done writing for it, and just about wrapped up pre-production. It's all just about time to get in the studio and start recording. Hopefully that happens in a very near future. We got some other shows lined up. Going out to the Finger Lakes Metal Fest and the Finger Lakes, and we're going to be opening for DRI on Memorial Day, and we're going to the New Jersey Metal Fest out in at Dingbatch in Clifton, New Jersey. It's headliners are Whiplash and Blood Beast are headlining that one.
Oh, cool. Blood Feast from Philadelphia, right? I think that's where they're from.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember where they're from. I just remember names. I never dived that deep into a band to find out where they're from.
Well, that's cool. So you're working on new CDs. You got the gigs. What else you guys got going on?
Just right now. I mean, the Meltdowns takes up a lot of time, and it's the logistics of us getting flying halfway across the country to Chicago. We were dealing with that and the Meltdown at the same time, and then like Steve said, the Finger Lakes Metal Fest up in New York, out in New Jersey. That Metal Fest is going to be a good one. And of course, the DRI show looks like that's going to turn out to be a pretty kick-ass show. Working on the CD, just about done with everything, getting it ready for pre-production to get into the studio, and just chugging along, doing our thing, having fun, playing some local shows, playing some shows out of the area.
Right.
Just trying to keep the guys in the band interested, because as soon as the guys in the band lose interest, then you don't have a band anymore. So,
right.
And you have to be busy, and you have to be doing positive things, and you have to be, playing shows in front of people. Otherwise, people get down and bands break up. But we've been lucky, man. We've had some really great shows that we've done, and then some awesome ones coming up too. I mean, if the goings on Facebook are any indication, we're going to play in front of a lot of people over the next 2 months. That's awesome.
Well, where can the listeners find Beyond Fallen, man?
You got our regular website, beyondfallenmetal.com. On Facebook, that's facebook.com/beyondfallen. Reverb Nation, same thing, Reverb Nation /beyondfallen. Try to just search it on the internet. You get a whole shitload of hits. We have video for Hate Crown on YouTube.
I've played it many times.
I think we still have MySpace floating around too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, all bands say the same thing. They're like, all bands are like, bring back MySpace, because
that wasn't that the shit though.
It seemed to work really well for bands,
Yeah.
Which kind of taught us a lesson too, because never use a social network or like a third party as your main band's website, because we became so dependent on MySpace. We had over 10,000 people on our MySpace, at its peak, and then when that went downhill, now we got to start over again with Facebook.
Right.
So the best thing I could say for bands is, look, get your own website, because if Facebook becomes the next MySpace and goes under, you guys still got your website.
Exactly.
You don't have to start over.
Yep.
So, don't put all your eggs in one basket, because a lot of bands got burned with MySpace really bad. They lost all their fans and had to start the process, years of work over again.
Yep. Well, even, myself, the whole promotion thing is the same thing. Awesome following. And one day, and there was shit the next.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Everybody got bored with MySpace and moved to Facebook, and Facebook sucks for bands.
Yes. So the Meltdown, where can the people find the Meltdown on the web?
You can go to NEPAmetal.com. That's the website that has everything that you'd want to look for. That's NEPA Metal memebers.com. We have the Facebook page, the NEPA Metal Meltdown, which is facebook.com, NEPA-MM.
Awesome, awesome.
Those are the best places to find us. There's information. If you have a band that wants to get on next year too, we have a form that you can fill out on the NEPAmetal.com. That's the only way we take submissions for the bands. You have to go on there and you have to fill out the form, all the information. Don't do it through Facebook. There's a place to go. So go to the website and do that.
Cool. So now you're saying there's going to be a third one? Is that? Yeah.
Well,
yeah. I mean, we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but the way it looks, I think with the way the first year went, and this year's looking even better.
Yes.
I definitely think that the template's there to do it again, and hopefully next year we can, if we do it again next year, like we'd like to, we can get pull that headliner in. That's right now we have some local headliners that are headlining in the evenings, Earthmouth and Prosody the second night, and really everybody's a headliner here. I mean, there's no band that's above anybody else or anything. That's not how it's meant to be. It's everybody contributes. Every band on here is important. There's no filler. But if you want to get on, hey, we may be able to get somebody if we can. We talked about doing a fund, fundraiser, GoFundMe, a crowdfunding type of thing, to maybe pull in somebody that's really, a lot bigger than the bands that we have now to headline at least one of the nights. And if this is a success, we might be able to do that next year or in the future. Who knows? We'd love to pull in somebody that everybody knows. I mean, some really decent, legendary band to get in here and play. Obviously, it's a matter of money, but if the interest is there and we can get the funding for it, anything's possible.
Cool, really cool. Guys, let's just to recap: 16 bands, 2 days. Diane's Deli, right here in Pennsylvania, right between Scranton and Wilkes-Barre. Total unsigned independent metal, regional and local, and it's going to be a hell of a weekend, right?
Oh yeah,
we're hoping.
Well, guys, the last song I want to play tonight is from you guys. I got to play one of your tunes because you're here. Hate Crown, my favorite song from you guys. I fucking love the song. It blew me away the first time I heard it. And I would say half the hits on your YouTube video are probably mine. I love this song. What can you tell us about this song, guys?
Well, it was in where we were transitioning lead guitar players. Butchie had left the band due to health reasons, and then we picked up Greg, and while Greg was learning all the old shit, I said, maybe we should write a single and get it recorded, and so we could get something out there with Greg playing on it as well. So he was learning the old material, and I just said, oh shit. I came up with the opening riff, and I was like, yeah, all right, and I just ran with it, and next thing you know, I had the full song. I was like, well, here's the solo section. Greg put a little lead over this, and everybody else put their parts together. Joe did the vocals, and we pissed around with it, and at rehearsals, and ironed it all out, went and recorded it. So we had something out there with Greg playing on it, so people could get a listen to what he can do.
Wow.
Yeah, we also made it our first video with that song too, because it was important after having a lineup change, and we haven't had many lineup changes over the 10 years, but we've had a few, and we wanted to establish the new lineup as being legitimate. Like some people may have said, oh, I listened to them before. Well, what are they going to sound like now? And I think we I think we came back with a vengeance. We recorded one of, if not our best song we ever did, and we also did a music video for it, which was a tremendous help. People like to see that kind of thing, so it kind of put that lineup, put this current lineup out front, and we're all on the same page at this point. We've got a good lineup, and we wouldn't be doing the things we're doing if we had somebody who wasn't on the same page with us. And it's worked out well. That's why we wrote a whole album worth of stuff now, and we're just about ready to go. And I think anybody who's into our past stuff, they're going to love this new stuff.
Awesome! I can't wait to hear it. But guys, Steve, Joe, I want to thank you for calling in, hanging out with me tonight. It's been awesome. It's been fantastic, guys. Thank you.
No problem, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for supporting us for 2 years. We've got to definitely let the people out there listening know that you've been behind this thing from the beginning, also, and you've given us a lot of help, a lot of promotion. It's great to have somebody like you on board with us.
Thank you, thanks, and definitely, it's the unsigned independent scene. It's of course I'm going to be involved, so no questions asked. But guys, thanks again. Listeners, check this out: Hate Crown from Beyond Fallen.